Have you ever wondered what it's like to live in one of the smallest apartments in the world? Well, we're in Germany to find out. This isn't just a small studio. We're talking about a micro apartment that's only 8 square meters. That's about 86 square feet. It sounds impossibly tiny, right? Let us go see how you can fit a whole life into a space smaller than a parking spot. Okay, here we are. First impressions? It's compact, but incredibly clever. The key to making a space like this work is multifunctional, space-saving furniture. Look at this. During the day, you have a desk for working or studying. But when it's time to sleep, it folds up, and a single bed seamlessly pulls down from the wall. It's like a real-life transformer. There's even a small built-in wardrobe right next to it, with just enough space for the essentials. Every single inch is utilized. There's no room for clutter here. You have to be a true minimalist. Now, let's talk about the kitchen, or should I say, the micro kitchenette. It's amazing what they've managed to fit in here. You've got a 2-burner stovetop, a mini fridge tucked neatly under the counter, and a small sink. Above, there are a couple of cabinets for your plates, cups, and some dry goods. You're not going to be cooking a 5-course meal, but for simple dishes, it's perfectly functional. It really makes you rethink how much kitchen space you actually need. I'm honestly impressed by the efficiency of this setup. It's a masterclass in compact design. Alright, now for the part you're all probably wondering about. The bathroom. How do you fit a bathroom in 8 square meters? Well, it's all about a clever layout. You step into this tiny room, and to your left, you have a toilet. Directly in front of you is a small wall-mounted sink with a mirror. And for the shower, the entire room is a wet room. You just pull a curtain across and the faucet for the sink doubles as the shower head. It's incredibly compact, but it has everything you need. It's a brilliant solution for an ultra-small space and surprisingly doesn't feel as cramped as you'd think. So, what does a place like this cost and where is it? These types of micro-apartments are often found in bustling university cities like Berlin or Munich, where housing is in high demand. The rent for this particular unit is around €350 per month, including utilities. Considering the prime location, that's quite affordable. It's a popular choice for students who need a place to crash between classes or for young professionals, and minimalists who value location over square footage. It's a trade-off, for sure, but for many, it's a smart and economical way to live in the heart of the city. It's a fascinating look at the future of urban living. So what do you think? Could you live in an 8 square meter apartment? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. It's definitely an extreme lifestyle, but it's also a testament to incredible design and efficiency. It proves that with a little creativity, you don't need a lot of space to live comfortably. Thanks for joining me on this tiny apartment tour. Have you ever noticed how apartments in Germany seem to be getting smaller and smaller? It's not just your imagination. There's a huge trend happening right now, especially in big cities like Berlin, Munich, and Hamburg. So, what's going on? Why are Germans suddenly living in tinier spaces? Let's dive into it. First, let's talk about the elephant in the room: rent. If you've tried to find a place in a major German city recently, you know the struggle is real. Rents have been skyrocketing for years. In cities like Munich, which is one of the most expensive in the country, finding an affordable apartment can feel like winning the lottery. The same goes for Berlin and Hamburg. More and more people are moving to these urban hubs for jobs, education, and the vibrant city life. But the number of available apartments just can't keep up. This leads us to the classic economic principle of supply and demand. High demand plus low supply equals crazy high prices. Developers and landlords know they can charge more for less space because people are desperate for a place to live. A smaller apartment is often the only option for someone on a budget who needs to live close to the city center. This isn't just about saving a few euros. For many, it's the only way to afford living in the city at all. Think about it, a 40 square meter apartment might not be ideal, but it's a lot more attainable than a 70 square meter one when rent is already taking up half your paycheck. But it's not just about the money. There's also a big cultural shift happening. A lot of people, especially younger generations, are embracing minimalist living. The idea of owning less stuff and living a simpler, less cluttered life is becoming really popular. People are realizing they don't need a huge apartment filled with things they barely use. A smaller, well-designed space can be just as comfortable and a lot easier to maintain. This philosophy fits perfectly with the reality of smaller living spaces. It's about being intentional with what you own and focusing more on experiences rather than possessions. So for some, choosing a small apartment is a conscious lifestyle choice, not just a financial necessity. Another major factor is the student population. Germany is a top destination for international students, and its own universities are packed. All these students need a place to live, and they're usually on a tight budget. This has fueled a boom in student housing and what are called micro-apartments. These are tiny, self-contained units, sometimes as small as 20 square meters, but they're cleverly designed to have everything you need. A small kitchen, a bathroom, and a living sleeping area. They're modern, they're usually in great locations, and they offer a simple solution for students and young professionals who just need a base to call their own. Seeing this trend, even the German government and city planners are getting involved. They recognize the housing crisis and are supporting projects that focus on micro-housing. These projects aim to create dense, affordable living spaces in urban areas. The idea is to build up, not out, and to use space more efficiently. By promoting these smaller, smarter apartments, they hope to ease the pressure on the housing market and provide more options for single-person households, which are becoming more and more common in Germany. They're not just building tiny boxes. They're investing in smart architecture and community-focused buildings to make small-space living appealing and sustainable. So, when you see these tiny apartments popping up all over Germany, you know it's a complex mix of things. It's the crazy rental market, the simple laws of supply and demand, a growing interest in minimalism, the massive student population, and even government strategy. It's as a reflection of how German cities are evolving and adapting to the challenges of the 21st century. What do you think about this trend? Could you live in a micro-apartment? Today, we diving into the genius world of German tiny homes to uncover their secrets to maximizing every single inch. You'll be amazed at how they blend functionality, style, and pure ingenuity. Let's get started. First up, let's talk about the most important room, the bedroom. In a tiny home, a traditional bed is a massive space waster. That's why German designs often feature incredible foldable beds. Imagine this. During the day, your bed folds up seamlessly into the wall, revealing a desk or a cozy sofa underneath. At night, with a simple pull, your sleeping area reappears. It's like having two rooms in one. This isn't just about folding beds, though. We're talking about hidden storage compartments built into the bed's frame, under the mattress, or even in the headboard. Every seemingly solid surface could be hiding a drawer or a cabinet. It's a masterclass in making furniture work twice as hard. Speaking of working hard, multi-purpose furniture is the absolute cornerstone of German tiny home design. Why have a coffee table when you can have a coffee table that rises and expands to become a dining table for 6? Or an ottoman that's not just for putting your feet up but also secretly stores all your blankets and board games? German engineering shines here, with smooth mechanisms and durable materials that make transforming furniture a breeze. Think of a staircase where each step is a pull-out drawer or a window seat with deep storage bins underneath. Every piece of furniture has to justify its existence by serving at least two purposes. It's all about efficiency and smart design, making the space feel dynamic and uncluttered. Now let's look up and down. Walls and floors are prime real estate in a tiny house. Instead of bulky bookshelves, you'll see sleek, minimalist wall shelves that climb all the way to the ceiling. This vertical storage draws the eye upward, making the room feel taller and more spacious, while keeping books, plants, and decor neatly organized. And what about under the bed? We're not talking about just shoving a few boxes there. German designs often incorporate custom-built, large-capacity rolling drawers that fit perfectly under the bed frame. These are perfect for storing clothes, shoes, or seasonal items, keeping them out of sight but easily accessible. It's a simple but incredibly effective way to reclaim otherwise wasted space. One of the biggest space killers in any home is the swing of a traditional door. It requires a significant amount of clear floor space just to open and close. The German solution? Sliding doors. You'll find them everywhere in tiny homes, from separating the bathroom to closing off a closet. Pocket doors that disappear into the wall are the ultimate space savers, creating a completely seamless look. Barn doors on a track also add a rustic, stylish touch while being incredibly practical. By eliminating the door swing, you free up valuable square footage for more furniture, a wider walkway, or simply a more open and airy feel. It's a small change that makes a huge difference in the flow and functionality of a compact living area. Finally, none of this would work without the right design philosophy. German tiny homes are the embodiment of minimalist interior design. This isn't about having empty, sterile rooms. It's about being intentional. The core principle is less is more. This means a neutral color palette, think whites, grays, and natural wood tones to make the space feel brighter and larger. It also means choosing a few high-quality, meaningful items over a clutter of knickknacks. Clean lines, uncluttered surfaces, and an emphasis on natural light all work together to create a calm, serene, and surprisingly spacious environment. It proves that you don't need a lot of stuff to live a rich and comfortable life. So there you have it, the brilliant space-saving strategies from German tiny homes. From beds that vanish into the wall to furniture that transforms before your eyes. These ideas show that with a little bit of creativity, any small space can be a comfortable and stylish home. Ever wondered how much it costs to live in a small apartment in Germany? Let's break it down. First, the biggest expense, rent. For a small one-room apartment, a so-called micro-apartment, the prices vary wildly. In Berlin, you might find something for around 800 euros a month. Head over to Hamburg, and you're looking at closer to 900 euros. But Munich? That's a different story. It's one of Germany's most expensive cities, so expect to pay at least 1,100 euros or even more for a similar small space. These are just averages, of course. Location within the city, building age, and amenities can make a big difference. But rent isn't the whole picture. You have to factor in the Nebenkosten, or additional costs. This includes things like electricity, which might run you about 40 to 60 euros a month depending on your usage. Internet is usually a flat rate, somewhere between 30 and 50 euros for a good connection. Then there's heating. This is often included in what's called warm eat, or warm rent, but if it's separate, it can add another 50 to 100 euros, especially during those cold German winters. So your total monthly housing cost is really the Kaltmiete, cold rent plus all these extras. Now, not all micro apartments are created equal. On the cheaper end, you'll find basic apartments, maybe in older buildings or further from the city center. They get the job done. On the expensive side, you have these modern, stylish micro apartments, often in new buildings packed with amenities like a gym, a shared lounge, or even a concierge service. These can easily cost 20 to 30% more than a standard apartment. But you're paying for convenience and a certain lifestyle. They often come fully furnished, which is a huge plus if you're just moving to Germany and don't want to buy furniture. So how do people, especially students, afford this? Well, they get creative. The most popular way to save money is by not living alone. Shared apartments known as Wohngemeinschaften or WGs are super common. You get your own room but share the kitchen and bathroom. This can cut your rent and utility bills in half or even more. Students also look for housing in student dorms, or Studentenwohnheim, which are heavily subsidized and much cheaper, though the waiting lists can be incredibly long. Another tip is to look for apartments just outside the main city ring. A 15-minute train ride can save you a couple of €100 a month. Living in a small apartment in Germany can be a fantastic experience. It forces you to be minimalist and smart with your space. My best budget tip? Always track your spending for the first few months. Use an app or a simple spreadsheet. You'll quickly see where your money is going and where you can cut back. Also, take advantage of Germany's amazing public transport. Owning a car in a big city is an expensive luxury you probably don't need. And finally, learn to cook. Eating out adds up fast, but cooking at home with fresh ingredients from discount supermarkets like Aldi or Lidl is a great way to save and eat well. So there you have it, a realistic look at the cost of living in a small German apartment. It's not cheap. Today, I'm taking you through a full day in my micro apartment. Let's see if this minimalist life is for you. My day starts right here in my kitchen, which is also my hallway and pretty much half of my living space. Making coffee is a strategic operation. Everything has its place, and I mean asterisk, everything asterisk. The kettle, the single pan I use for almost all my meals, my favorite mug. It's all about one in, one out. I'll grab my yogurt and Wesley from my tiny fridge. Breakfast with a view of my entire apartment? Check, it's cozy, to say the least. Time to get to work. People always ask, where do you work in such a small space? Well, welcome to my office. This little desk is my command center. It's where I study, edit videos, and plan my life. The key is to keep it clutter-free. At the end of the day, everything gets packed away. Having a dedicated work zone, even if it's just 1 square meter, really helps with focus. It proves you don't need a huge home office to be productive. Now let's talk about the real magic. Furniture that does double duty. This chair I'm sitting on? It folds up and hangs on the wall. My dining table? It disappears in seconds to create more floor space. Living small forces you to be incredibly creative with your furniture choices. It's not just about saving space. It's about transforming the room for different activities. It's like living in a real-life puzzle, and honestly, it's pretty fun to solve every day. So, where do I keep all my stuff? Let me show you my storage secrets. For clothes, I use a vertical storage system. Think high. I have shelves that go all the way up to the ceiling. Using vacuum-sealed bags for seasonal clothes is a lifesaver. For groceries, it's all about decanting. I take everything out of its bulky packaging and put it into uniform, stackable containers. It not only saves a ton of space in my pantry, but also looks super neat and organized. It's the little things that make a big difference. As the day winds down, it's time for the final transformation. My workspace needs to become my sleep space. Watch this. The desk folds down, and in just a minute, my comfortable bed is ready for the night. This convertible furniture is the heart of my tiny home. It's what makes living in such a compact space not only possible but also surprisingly comfortable. It's my little sanctuary after a long day. So after living here for a while, what's the verdict? The pros are definitely the lower rent, less cleaning, and a more intentional lifestyle. I only own things I truly need and love. The cons? Well, having friends over is a challenge, and sometimes I do wish I had a little more room to stretch. But overall, this experience has taught me so much about minimalism and what I truly value. It's not for everyone, but for this chapter of my life, it's perfect. Thanks for spending the day with me in my tiny German apartment. What did you think? Could you live this small? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures in tiny living. See you next time.